Exercise is an image enhancer. It's interesting when you start doing like the mind body research on productivity and everything, you see that the highest payoff comes from doing the hard things.
I walk every morning. My day, I just like get so much done.
Yeah.
I feel great.
That consistency is what will get you there.
Yeah.
Granted, sometimes you need the flexibility or you need the adjustments or you miss a day. That's okay. Miss a day, 2 days, but don't miss 3.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, it's a new habit.
How is that exercise is a skill that can help us to be happier?
Exercise is an image enhancer. Not only do you look better,
Oh, yeah.
but you feel better.
Yeah.
And I mean, we see like the endorphin release, you see the feeling of drawing a sweat. But what's more, when it comes to exercising, you're really creating the skill of discipline. We were talking about this, right? Like you're literally breaking your body down.
You're beating your body up.
Beating yourself up.
Yeah, you're beating yourself up, yeah.
Beat yourself up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in doing so, you do what's hard.
Yeah.
And it's interesting when you start doing like the mind body research on productivity and everything, you see that the highest payoff comes from doing the hard things.
Yes.
So when it comes to happiness, it's not an accident, it's a choice. And the choice is dictated by the skills you've developed, such as getting up early, going to work. Everyone hates that. No one can inherently say, I love it, but it's the knowing and the pushing yourself to do it that produces this happiness outcome, right? Which is what we're after.
Yeah.
And happiness feels so broad, but really it's about feeling good. You feel good, you look good. There's a saying, looking good, feeling good ought to be in Hollywood, right? Like, and it's like you get yourself in a state where, okay, I'm exercising. But again, remember our earlier conversation, you're tapping into like the force, young Padawan or whatever.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's like the life energy force, right? Which you have inside of you. Within each of us, when you talk about like, there's a phrase called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. We all have so much potent energy hidden within us.
Interesting.
So for instance, maybe you've heard the story of a mom who, she had her son in a burning car and all of a sudden she pulls this superhuman strength from out of nowhere.
Yes, I've heard that story.
That's because what she's tapping into is this energy house, which is in the mitochondria of our cells, that can pull open and like pull stuff and do almost like these miracles and impossible feats.
Lift like trees and stuff like that. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Their arms fall off the next day, and like the muscles are like torn because of such a impulse. But the point is, we have all this energy within us.
Gosh, that's awesome.
The only way you access it is, or one of the ways you access it is through exercise. And in doing so, in moving yourself, you start to feel better. You start to want to do more and open up these higher order faculties, which make it so that all these skills we've been talking about are successful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that go around a lot with regards to exercise is how much. So I walk every morning. You know, I have a pretty physical job, but if I find that if I walk just 30 minutes a day, and I do it in the morning, first thing I wake up, do my routine, get my mind right, take a walk, I find that my day, I just like get so much done. Yeah. I feel great. But then I hear, I'm 2 hours in the gym. And I'm I barely have 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So how much exercise really should we be considering?
Do the amount that you're going to commit to. You can always build up to the longer hours, but if you're not doing anything right now, get started. Get walking, get moving, get your foundational habit. Consistency. Yeah. Because that's another topic that we'll talk at some point. Habits. What you're trying to do right now at the beginning, especially when it comes to exercise, is build the Keystone habit. And what that basically refers to is that habit that you know you can depend on with your eyes closed, with nothing, it's unchangeable. That consistency is what will get you there. Yeah. Granted, sometimes you need the flexibility or you need the adjustments or you miss a day. That's okay. Miss a day, 2 days, but don't miss 3. Yeah. Because then at that point, it's a new habit.
Oh, yeah. And you know, that's so interesting that you said that because if I'm thinking about how my exercise routine was before to where it is now, I think I was probably exercising. I was doing like HIIT or lifting weights. Yeah. I was probably doing like twice 3 times in a day, but there was 4 other days I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
And it wasn't productive. But I literally walk every day now. Like every day I take a 30-minute walk. And it's game changing.
It is.
It's just because of that daily habit. I feel so much better. I think so much better. I can finish what I need to finish. And in my day, much more fulfilled, with purpose, happier.
Yeah.
Wow, that's meta.
Yeah,
Talk about this meta.
Yeah. To be happy isn't this hidden secret.
No, it's not.
It's a combination of many things, right? And what walking does, or exercise, is it primes you and it opens you up. Because think about it, like if I'm all closed up and frowny all the time, like before you long, like I heard this. There's another book. I don't have it here. That I didn't bring that book.
It's all good. It's all good.
In it, like it gave such a beautiful comparison. It says, imagine inside of your head you have 2 foremen. One is Mr. Happy and one is Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative comes on and he's producing, like imagine you're producing widgets or gadgets or whatever, and he says, "Oh, it's a horrible day." Notice that thought. In your mind, if you think that, "Oh, it's a horrible day," immediately you think, "Yeah, I was late. I didn't do this. It's sunny. It's hot." It starts producing and creating other negative thoughts.
Yeah, it's true.
Scrap that and give Mr. Positive the foreman role, and what do you see? Well, now all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, it's a beautiful day." And what do you think? "Oh, yes, it is. Like I got to eat my salad. I got to eat my shake. I got to have all my food." It's like the positive things start to attract, and it starts to produce them. So your thinking ultimately dictates what you do, right? And exercising as a whole enables you to give Mr. Foreman Positive the advantage, the leg up. It starts to give him like a full line ahead, a plan of work for the rest of the day.
That's
if you do it
amazing.
early in the morning. Yeah.
It sounds so simple. It's literally that simple. And yet so many people have trouble doing it. Creating habits, from being able to just, simply get up and go. I mean, it's daunting for some. And, I get it. I mean, not everybody has.
I get it.
There was a time that I was so lethargic, so like, like I didn't, do much. But now I understand that, whatever habits I'm doing now, they're having long-term benefits. Obviously, I'll live longer. I'll, be able to produce more, do more.
Yeah. And so tying it all back, the skill.
Yeah.
Is the output, the inner work, right? We're talking and sharing on how to become a better speaker, a better communicator.
Yeah.
If you set yourself up with these other corresponding skills, you're propping yourself up so that you are the best. Because ultimately, you can't hide what you are, right?
Yeah.
Like many people think like, "Oh, if I learn this technique or this trick or this tip, those will help," but they're only facades to an extent. What you want to do is you want to imbibe them, you want to live them, you want to share from the, again, overflow. And in that state, then you're cutting through a lot of the noise. And that's what's happening now, right?
Oh, yeah.
With the skills.
Yeah.
So the more competent you become, the more responsibility you get, which in turn gives you more responsibility. And it's your ability to respond, again, your responsibility.